Hi, this is Praios again, and yeah, today another session review of mine. Today's session again went terribly, and yeah, again, these are the results. Yeah, I lost way more than I should have been. Same happened yesterday. Yesterday I was even in the green according to the EV adjusted, but I lost as well. Yeah, today I also had some insane coolers, and yeah, not much was going my way. Basically losing all ins, and yeah, often also the opponents had the absolute top of their range. So yeah, I guess not much I could do, but I still want to review some of the hands I played, and yeah, this is the first one. Let's get into this with the help of vision. So this is a 4-bet pot, blind versus blind. Flop is single suited, it's paired, and it's king 6-6. We don't have king 6-6, so we choose king 7-7 instead. Our opponent should utilize a very small bet size. I mean, this makes sense. He often has kings or aces, and yeah, but he still needs some protection because the flush draw is out there. And yeah, it's also nice to be able to bet that small amount and still have a lot of fold equity. But he checks to us, so let's look into this. Our original hand was queen 8-7-9, but as we had to change the board a little bit, we also have to change our hand slightly, so it's not 7-8-9 now, because then we would have trips. It's 8-9-10 instead. And yeah, we should check back unless we have a backdoor flush draw, and if we block the main flush draw as well. Whereas we should have a hand with, yeah, so our hand checks always. I did that, and not sure if I recorded the turn card as well. No, I did not. Let's just, I remembered he bet and I folded. Probably was a blank. I guess that's standard. Let's see. So now he bets, we fold. So yeah, as I expected. Let's now see how we should proceed once we check back if we made our flush. So what is his main bet size? His main bet size is 33%. So what are we supposed to do? With the flush, we should call. Yeah, and we cannot see rivers, unfortunately. What should we do against the pot size bet with our flush? Yeah, we get it in. No. So we get it in sometimes. With the how big was our flush draw? I don't remember. So seems then, I mean, even then, yeah, seems that even with 10 high flush draw, flush folds, queen high flush, yeah, seems like the queen high flush is enough to get it in. Okay, moving on to the next hand. This is the one. Yeah, cutoff versus button. We open raised and got 3-bet. 100 B, 3-bet pot. Button versus cutoff. It's a rainbow board and it's 9-3-4. So 9. So seems like it's this one instead. Our hand is 10, 6, 9 ace. we should check. And I think we cannot face the bet size he used. He used, what did he use? 2/3, but we only have 50% and pot. Pretty sure that against 50% we should call. That's actually not true. Against 50% we should call some, but if we got backdoors we should get it in. Anyways, I think I just called, but let's if he bets the pot, then we should get it in with 2 backdoor flush draws, and we should call with 1 backdoor flush draw only, if I interpret this correct. Although, what is this? Okay, that's a flush draw we cannot work with, and yeah, the ace high flush draw. We got the ace high backdoor flush draw, so yeah, we are supposed to call. Not sure if I recorded the other cards too. No, I did not, unfortunately. So let this be a blank, like a check that changes nothing. I guess now we will give up. Our hand checks most of the time. And what do we do if we face a bet? We fold even against 50% a lot. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I check called, and yeah, I think we checked it down and I won somehow. Moving on to the next hand. This is the one. So looks like this was a 3-bet pot. He bet small on the flop and I called, and now I made a straight and he checked to me. So 100 B, 3-bet pot. We have to do small blind versus button instead of big blind versus button, because that's the only thing Vision is having to offer. And the board is Jack 8-10 in rainbow. Okay, Jack 8-10 is already a straight possible, so that's our board. Villain is supposed to bet about 50% of the time and with a small bet size. There's also a difference between Poker Trainer and this one. I think Poker Trainer bets for half pot and Vision wants to bet for 33% pot, but yeah. And this changes things a bit. You would bet a bit more when you use a smaller sizing. So I think that's what happened in the hand. And yeah, our hand is 7-7, 10-9. And if we have 2 backdoor flush draws, we should raise, and otherwise we should just call. In the hand I only had 1 backdoor flush draw, so calling seems fine. And the turn, what I'm talking about, by the way, I had the straight already. For some reason I thought I was having an open ender only. Anyways, the turn is Oh, that's the wrong jack, actually. But this one is more interesting. And you should never have 7, 7, 10, 9. Why not? Okay, because it's the other player. Let's now see what we're supposed to do if we face a bet. If we face a big bet, we should get it in, and if we face a small bet, we should call some and get in some. And if we have the backdoor flush draw, it looks like we prefer to re-raise, and yeah, it's a mixed strategy. And yeah, so some calls, some raises, but a bit more slow playing. And if it's checked to us, we should utilize the 50% bet size almost exclusively. I think that's also what I did. And yeah, he folded. So played this one, fine. Now moving to the next hand. So yeah, what do you think? Should we do? Should we call? Should we raise? So yeah, I think probably not folding against this small size bet. So call or raise is the question. Blocking a 4, having a flush draw, so additional equity in case we get called. So I wouldn't be surprised if we should raise at least some percentage of the time. I again want to compare this to Jay Nendes, poker trainer. So raise, call, flop is king 4. I hope we have this one. King 4. No, we don't. We don't have this one, so we got to take this one. But yeah, here also on this lockdown boards, he's betting bigger than the vision solution. Okay, that's a thing I wanted to show you, and yeah, let's now look into it. Maybe we got the board we need in vision. So single raised board, single suited board, small blind versus big blind, paired board, king 6. Okay, seems like they just copy from one another. I think vision was earlier, so most likely Jay Nendes just took their boards. Oh, here it's also a 50% bet. But the in position player would also bet 50%. So I guess the smaller sizing might only be for 3-bet pots. But anyways, the pre-flop aggressor should check 62% and bet 38%, 50% of the time. Bet 38% with a sizing of 50%. Our opponent was betting smaller, but unfortunately we don't have this sizing. And now our hand is, what was it? Let's open up this one again. Yeah, you can see it. So 3, 4, 6 deuce. 3, 4, 6 deuce. So adjusting this here to this board is I guess something like 4, 5, 6. 8. So we fold some, we call some, and we raise some. If we got a flush draw and a backdoor flush draw, raising happens often. If we just have a backdoor flush draw, we raise even more. If we got the flush draw and block, yeah, okay, but you can see yourself which hands raise. What are the calls? So weaker backdoor flush draws call, and our hand with no backdoors calls and folds some. Okay, so yeah, so raising in general is preferred to calling. So yeah, and I think against a small size we can even raise a bit more. So yeah, raising probably is fine. Oh. Yeah, moving on to the next hand. 7 king deuce. So 7 king deuce, what is it? UTG versus BB. Yeah, we don't have a sim that I'd like, so we choose this one instead, because yeah, this situation will not be accurate enough in vision, because MP versus small blind are completely different ranges than UTG versus big blind. The big blind can defend a lot more than the small blind. So let's go with the Jane Enders one. And what was the board again? The board was king 7 deuce, king 7 3. We have to choose instead, as it seems. Okay. Check to us. We got ace, king 8. Download. So ace, king 8. Some checking, some betting. If we got the nut flush blocker, we want to do a lot of betting, as it seems. And yeah, in the hand we have the nut flush blocker, so our bet probably is fine. And then we got check raised. I guess now we have to fold. Ace king 8. No, we don't. What? Oh, my bad. We have ace king 8, not the top set. But we still don't fold. Diamonds, backdoor draw. So in our case, we also have no backdoors at all, and we sometimes just want to go all in or call. I mean, this seems quite spewy to me. okay, that we continue having the nut flush draw makes sense, but here we also continue with, although that's not true, this is diamonds is a backdoor flush draw continues, and spades is a real flush draw. So spades get it in, this I like. With the spade blocker and the backdoor flush draw, or no backdoor flush draw, we still continue. And this is a bit surprising. I think against most opponents, this is not what you should do, because yeah, people are not raising wide enough to make it worth it. I mean, are we planning to bluff if diamonds hit? Probably. I mean, we have to, otherwise our hand cannot be profitable. So yeah, that's sick one. I folded in game, but interesting what the solver wants to continue here. Okay, I keep that in mind, and against aggro opponents I will continue from now on. Okay, so that's a 3-bet pot. Not sure if I should have called the 3-bet, but I guess yes. But let's see. We take the vision range. This time it's not off that much. UTG versus button, 3-bet pot. This is so annoying. If you set something here and then click 3-bet pot, it's just jumping to something else. So they should definitely fix this. So button versus UTG. Monoboard. Oh, I hope we have this one. Ace is good. 10-9. Not the board we are looking for is in here. Ugh. Let's take this one instead. A lot of checking. 7, 8, ace jack. Although we have to change this a bit to. We need to have a gut shot, so Jack 10 is too good. Jack 8. Oh, Jack 8 already is a gut shot, right? Yeah, I mean our gut shot now is even worse than the last one. And yeah, we check most and bet some. And yeah, if we got a 7 in spades, we want to bet. In our case, we had a jack in spades, so jack in spades is sometimes betting and sometimes checking. And if we elect to check, what should we do if we face a small bet? We should call, as it seems. So if our hand is not interacting with the spades at all, we should fold, and in all other cases we should call. And yeah, our hand even sometimes wants to re-raise. So yeah, calling, I guess. So if we called, let's make it this card. What is our plan now? Okay, checking 100%, and okay, he doesn't have the hand, but let's still go with this. So yeah, if we call, then on the turn blankets we are folding. Makes sense. Yeah, we got another interesting aces hand. Let me set up. The flop is queen 9-7. Queen 9-7 not available. Queen 9-7 is very draw heavy. Let's see if Poker Trainer has the Queen 9-7. Fold, fold, raise, fold, raise, call. I hope this one has the Queen 9-7. Queen 9. Queen 9. Looks like it's not in there. Queen 9-8, but Queen 9-8 is already offering. Ugh, man. Queen 10-7. Queen 10-7 is definitely better than the ones vision. Although no, that's not true. This is also having a mate straight on it. That sucks. So yeah. Let's go with Queen 10-7 is a bit worse even. So let's take this one. That's the one closest to our actual holding, and we have ace, 6, queen. We block the backdoor straight draw, the backdoor flush draw, and we don't have a club in my hand. But yeah, this is a scenario I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a bit different in vision, but yeah. So we got the queen in hearts, and no, that's wrong. We got the other suits are also messed up. So yeah, no fucking clue. But we block the spade somehow, when with the 6, for example, and we should do what? With the flush draw bet, with the backdoor flush draw and the nut flush draw blocker. Bet often. If we block hearts, we should do our main betting, and if we don't block anything, we should check, and if we don't have the nut hearts, we should also check to strengthen our checking range a bit. So what if we checked? Then our opponent should bet 50% sometimes, and we continue with everything. Our hand actually would not continue. Yeah, we block a spade, so but that's not good enough. So the solver wants us to check fold with a slightly different board. What if we bet pot? I mean, some versions of our hand do so. And if we get raised, I guess we are not folding anymore. Oh, we are. Actually, we are. This is very unexpected. I mean, we are getting a very good price. We need only like 30% equity. So yeah, let's Queen 10-7. Queen 10-7. There it is, but it's rainbow. We need Queen 10-7. I just want to see. Is this board not in here? Queen 10-7. But this is. We need a flush draw, dude. Queen 10-7. Okay. So once we pot and he is all in, what do we do with ace, ace, queen 6? Okay, this time the results match and we still have a lot of folding. Yeah, I guess the board is just too draw heavy and too dangerous, and yeah, it's very easy to be crushed for although I don't know. So let's see how much equity we need. So I think we need 32%. I mean, it could be the case that we don't even have 32%. Are we calling more in this scenario? No. 32%. I mean, I could easily imagine to have 32% against many opponents. But it's definitely close. I mean, we could do some Pro Poker Tools research as well, but yeah, I mean, we got to trust the solver, especially when the sims of two different companies come to the results. Yeah, my rule of thumb usually is if I go crazy with aces and if I need less than 33%, then I most of the time still call, especially on drawy boards like this. But seems like there are some occasional spots there this rule of thumb is not working correctly. That's a sick one. Yeah, let's look into this. So that again is a 3-bet pot. It's button versus cutoff. It's single suited. It's unpaired. It's king 8-4. King 8 deuce. Okay. King 8-4 is a bit better, a bit different. King 7. Should we take king 8? Let's. I mean, yeah, no board really matches the situation we are in. I get king 9 8, king 9 5 is also different, so let's go with this one. Ace ace 7 8 is the hand we got, blocking the nut flush draw and having no backdoor flush draw. On the flop, it was checked to us. And we should use the 50% size mainly. I think I was betting the full pot. Yeah, I must have bet the full pot. That's quite unfortunate because now it will be hard to get this solved with the solver. Let's see if the results match. King 8 deuce. King. They don't have the board we want. So we just have to stick to this one. Is this what are aces in general doing? Are they always just betting small? Yeah, I think that's due to the board texture. We don't pot that much. I think on rainbow boards we would pot a lot, but on a board with a flush draw through, we prefer to bet 50%. Yeah, let's just go with the 50% one, and now it's 9. With down brings back a flush draw. So let's do 9 in diamonds. And yeah, quite a lot of potting from our opponent now. I guess this is because he made a lot of 2 pairs and he also picked up some better draws now, and that's why he's potting a lot. Yeah, and that's also what happened in my example. So let's see what ace 7-8 is now doing. Pot if we got spades, pot if we got a flush draw. Okay, that's no brainer. Fold if we block 1 heart. If we got the ace of hearts, we fold. We got the ace of hearts and no other interaction with the board. I think that's what I got in the hand when you should fold. Yeah, also keep in mind my example is a bit different because the pot is already a lot bigger. I mean, there was only pot size left in my example. Yeah, so it's definitely close. I elected to call. I think I lost the hand, but I was right. He had some stupid hand, although I think it wasn't that stupid. He had like 10 jack or something, and yeah, with the flush draw 2, and now he picked up an open ender, and yeah, he was just betting pot, and I shoved on him. He called, and yeah, he got lucky. So next hand. I guess this is wrong again. This probably again will be a 50% bet. But let's see. 3-bet pot. Button versus big blind, okay. Single suited board, queen 3-4. Okay, we got this one. That's nice. Oh, a lot of checking. So probably our hand should be checked too. What? Ah, okay. My mistake. Or made a sim for only for a single spot, so need to get in this stuff again. Now it should be correct, and in general we bet a lot of 50%, but in this case also some pot size bets. Our hand should check a lot, bet some 50%. Yeah, we got what do we got actually? We got this one, right? No, not true. Yeah, some. Yeah, this is what we got, so we should check mainly. Yeah, I think I potted and called it off. But yeah, that's probably not optimal on this texture. Let's also check the same. Although we got versus big blind on vision, so let's make it the same situation in poker trainer. So call, the board is queen 3, queen. Oh, he got it, but we need this one, so that's nice. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Look at this. The frequencies are different, and yeah, by quite a lot. King, king, queen, ace. Let's see. King, king, queen, ace. Oh, that's a huge difference, right? So king, king, queen, ace. Look at this. Our hand should be played completely different. What? This is not good. I mean, who from these guys is kidding me now? Sick. So is this a joke? Vision doesn't want to bet pot at all, and the poker trainer wants to bet pot 32% of the time. So my hand has... By the way, my hand should also bet pot. Yeah, different sim. What is different? I mean, what? We use the same bet sizes. Yeah, but one of them then is rubbish. The question is, which one? Probably, I guess the one of Janenda's probably is rubbish. Although, hard to tell. This seems to be rubbish because I say this one is the one off, probably because here we have almost no hands where we do one thing 100%, and in Vision we have a lot more things where the answer is clear. So I guess for the PLO trainer the sims are just not running long enough. I mean, with my sim, yeah, I mean I trained with the PLO trainer usually, and I thought this is a pot size bet, and it is according to this one, but according to Vision it's a check or maybe a 50% bet. Let's see what happens once we made our 50% bet and get raised. I guess fold. So no, we are not folding. You're also on the wrong board, so I guess it's my bad because I messed it up. It's my mistake. Sorry, chat. Yeah, it's my mistake. That's the board. Let's now compare again. Yeah, but still a huge difference for the pot size bets. So, making a screenshot. Although that's not true. Yeah, it's now pretty close. Yeah. I just looked into the graph down there, but I had to look into the one under king queen ace, and yeah, now it's similar. So yeah, but definitely there are spots for sure where they have like 10% difference, but not in this one. So my pot size bet was probably correct, and yeah, I also don't like 50% betting at all when you have a hand like mine, because then you don't know what to do if you got raised small. If you got raised, I mean, this was my hand, And what the fuck do I do now if I bet small and get raised? I guess I'm mad and still get it in, but yeah, can make life more easy if you just pot it and then have a more easy decision. Yeah. And yeah, for my hand, it seems also that the pot size bet is better. Okay, let's move on to the next hand and now make sure that we actually type in everything correct. So it's again a 3-bet pot. We got a set and an open ender, but a straight is already possible. So 100 PB, 3-bet pot. Button versus cutoff. Jack 8-9. Ugh. Don't have over, my bad. Jack 8-9. So single suited. That's correct. Yeah, he is betting half pot. That's also the preferred sizing by the solver. And my hand is 10-8-8 ace. I want to check something else out also. Yeah, here now it's 33%. That's the difference to PLO trainer. PLO trainer has a 50% bet size here, I think. Let's better check. I mean, I was wrong once before, so better be sure and talk some bullshit. Jack 9-8. Jack 9-8. Jack 9-8. And he's checking, and now my bet size is half pot. Yeah, okay, so I'm not correct. So I'm not completely retarded yet. Okay, once we face 50% bet, we should fold some, call most, re-raise very infrequently. Let's see if my hand fits into the category that should re-raise. And it should not, it should just call. 10-8-8 ace. Okay, this matches flush draws raise. You think so? This hand can have a flush draw. It's not raising. Can we? Yeah, we could. I mean, that's a bit interesting. So we could load the hands and see which ones do re-raise. I guess gut shots and flush draws and stuff, and ace high flush draw maybe. One pair raises some as a bluff. 2 pair. That's a bit confusing. Top set wants to raise most. And straights want to raise. Flush blocker. What's this? Straight with flush blocker or what? Yeah, straight with flush blocker. So flush draws don't raise that much as it seems. We can go to all when we have a more detailed thing going on. So top pair, not flush draw raise, and gut shot. raises some. Top pair, high flush draw, open-ended straight draw. Top 2, open-ended straight draw. Top pair, nut flush draw. Open-ended straight draw. So you need to be very nutted or have something else to go with there in order to raise the flushes. So flushes seem to call most of the time too. Top pair, high flush draw, open straight. Okay, that makes sense. High flush draw, gut shot, top pair, 2 pair, set, flush blocker. This is the one that raises the most so far. But we have a set with no flush blocker. We have a set with an open ender. Overpair, high flush draw. Gut shot. Yeah, these hands that can beat us straight later seem to like raising, and straights for sure also like to raise, but we want the flush blocker too in order to do so. Bottom 2, high flush draw, so 2 pair and a flush draw, and again more backup in form of an OSD. Well, then it's sometimes raising, but not always. Set, flush blocker, gut shot is the hand used as a raise most often now. 2 pair, high flush draw, gut shot. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I mean, in that case, if you have a hand like this, if your opponent has the straight only, you are flipping or even being a favorite. I think you are favorite if it's a good gut shot for sure. Set, flush draw, blocker, gut shot, raises. Yeah, so the raises are mainly very strong hands and strong semi-bluffs. What are our bluffs? No pair, flush draw, blocker. So are some of our bluffs. So that seems to be our only bluff, real bluff. Jack, yeah. Set and gut shot. Oh. For sure. So our hand is supposed to just call. We learned. Okay, let's say we called. And we get this one. What do we do now? I guess we call again. So let's say he bets big now. And we still have 10, 8, 8, ace. No. We now get it in. What if he bets smaller? We also get it in or not? No, then we just call. Yeah, so if he commits himself on the turn, then a set is good enough. I think we also did a great job playing the hand like this, because we kept the range from our opponent as wide as possible. And yeah, I guess a set and an open ender should be good enough to get it in on the turn. What if our set is not that nutted? So he bets pot, and we have like 8, 8, 5, 5. Yeah, I'm not allowed to have this hand, as it seems. So 8-8-6-6. So okay, if we have no backup, it seems like we still want to get it in. Mainly, even with bottom set. Okay, let's look into the next hand. Oh yeah, where's not a great spot to be in. Let's see. My guess is to call, but let's see. So this is 3-bet board, single suited board. UTG. Versus small blind. Hey, that it is. That's the one we are looking for. And the board is paired. Ugh. Not the one we got. 6-6-4 instead of 3-3-6. Yeah, I guess that's the closest we can get. Very hard to look into this when our opponent is only allowed to bet 33%. I think, what is he betting in PLO trainer? I think he's betting half pot, so that's getting a bit more, a bit closer to the thing that actually happened. 6-6-4 was the one we choose, if I remember correctly. Wrong. Okay. That's also only the small bet size. I mean, against the small bet size, it's like a first pump call, easy game. Seems like it's even an easy call. And we just have, okay, that's not the hand we got. That's the hand we got. And yeah, mainly calling. And even if we just have an overpair, we should call against the small size. I think we probably got the equity to get it in on the flop. Especially given that our opponent probably doesn't know anything about GTO, and he might just do it with like a king high flush draw, and then we crush him very hard. And he also probably does it with some overpairs like queens, kings, aces, against which we are not doing that bad. Yeah, he obviously might also do it with a 3 or 6-6, against which we do really bad. But yeah. In game, I thought that the optimal line is to just call, because we once got position, and second, we probably have no fold equity once he's betting pot. And yeah, just see a turn and take it from there. I think the turn was rubbish, and so a blank, and he bet again for full pot, and then I folded. Yeah, that's probably correct, but yeah, I guess if you want to make life more easy, we could also just bomb it in on the flop. Okay, most hands we are looking into are aces. This is probably correct, and we block one board pair, we block the nut flush. It's unlikely that he can have us beat, so this looks fine to me. So this is UTG versus SB. Board is unpaired, single suited, 10. Let's take 10-5 deuce instead. And our hand is ace-ace for jack. Overpair high flush draw. Overpair flush draw blocker gut shot. Oh, we need to make this a 5 to take into account the board change. We had to make overpair nut flush draw 50%, overpair 50%, full pot with an overpair nut flush blocker, which we have, and overpair flush blocker also full pot. So we played it correct. Next hand. Oh, it's the same hand. Yeah. So we pot. He calls. Turn is. No, that's quite unlucky, because the board we had in game was, let's restart the sim with this board, because this one matches the thing that actually happened on in game more than the other one. So we will pot, he calls, the turn is a 3, so calls, turn is a 3, and now what? Overpair nut flush blocker gut shot. Overpair gut shot. Overpair flush blocker gut shot. So some want to check what is our hand. Our hand is this one probably, yeah. Yes. Yeah, but it's always in-game hard to say which one you should check and which you should bet. Overpair gut shot is potting. Overpair flush blocker gut shot is potting. But with the nut flush blocker, we want to check. Okay, and once we check, What is our reaction if he pots? Overpair, nut flush, draw, gut shot. Okay, makes sense. Overpair, nut flush, blocker, gut shot, folds. Sick. We still want to fold. Let me check. I mean, it makes sense. Actually, I perfectly get the reasoning, and also I think with the nut flush blocker, we remove all ace high flush draws from his range, and this screws his range more in the direction of straights or a mate hand, and that's why we can check fold this combination and get all in all the other ones. So this hand was a check fold, not a pot size bet. If we change the suit of the ace, it's probably a get it in. Yeah, not sure if I like this lead. Not sure if I should even be in there pre-flop. Most likely not, to be honest. I think this seems a bit loose. This could also have been a blind versus blind. If beer from LT was sitting out. Okay, let's. Yeah, I think that's probably a pre-flop. The mistake was already made, not allowing me to look into this with a solver, because if he raises around folds and it's on us with King Jack 7-7, maybe we can defend the double suited version, but I doubt it, so probably King Jack 7-7 is not a defend against UTG. Oh, it is if double suited. So we can look into this, although the pre-flop strategy also differs a lot between the two. I hope that Vision also wants to defend. Vision is tighter than the PLO trainer. Not sure why. It might be because they simulated the things in a environment with more rake. Yeah, that might be an explanation. So let's look into this. So it's a single raise pot. I probably shouldn't have led in the first place. So let's see. It's ace high. It's single suited. It's UTG versus big blind. The board is ace 9 deuce. That's already the first issue. What about this one? Fold, call, ace 9 deuce. You got it? No, you don't. Ace 9-6. No, that's also not helpful. Ace 8 deuce. Otherwise, seems fine. Ace 8 deuce. Okay. Let's take this one in both. And yeah, what should we do with King Jack 7-7? 100% check. Oh, come on. That's rubbish. The suits need to be different in order to account for our situation. Can we change it somehow? I think not, right? Switch. Oh, nice. We can. But still, our lead was rubbish. Okay. What if you face a bet? With a nut flush draw, we just call. Yeah, I put myself into a very uncool spot by leading. Not sure what I did. Probably call and fold blank turns or something. Yeah, I shouldn't lead. I mean, could have figured that out without a solver. Yeah, so I should just call. Oh, three-way. Did he squeeze? He might be the aggressor. I guess so. So he Conti bet small. Probably no other way to play the hand other than to fold. No, you cannot see it. Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting one. But we can just do this. Where it is? This one. 3-bet pot, mono board, queen. I guess queen 10-5 is fulfilling the purpose we needed to. Yeah, now it's a bet, and we have queen. We have to adjust a bit to the new board. Queen, jack, 8-7. Flush, gut shot, call. Top pair, gut shot, call. Yeah, I figured that too. But you probably can still continue with a weak hand like this in a heads-up pot, but multi-way it's too dangerous. I guess we also probably what is like this one, so I think we probably fold now. What's his main bet size? Pot. Okay, against pot we can't continue unless we have a flush, but in the hand in question we don't have a flush. Okay, let's do something else. He is checking. Are we now bluffing? No, we just check it and see a turn. What hands are we betting? I think many players are good at the flop play and not that good anymore in turn play, and yeah, that's also true for me. So No pair, nut flush blocker, open and straight draw. Okay. A lot of bets are built around the nut flush blocker or flush blockers in general. Set nut flush blocker, gut shot. Okay. Sorry. Overpair, two pair. Yeah, so it seems to be very consistent that we either need a flush or that we need to block the flush in order to have a high betting frequency. So that's definitely something you can remember and adjust your game accordingly. But I did already knew that, but always good to get a reminder. The next hand. Wow. Interesting. Should we bet or should we check? We got a gut shot, we got overcards, we got two backdoor flush draws. So this is again a 3-bet pot. This is button versus okay, that's the exact situation. Sorry for that. Okay. The board has a straight. It's this one. To be honest, it's this one. And we should check majority of our hands. Yeah, I mean, this makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I just thought in terms of my hand, but if you look into this from a range perspective, checking makes a lot of sense. I mean, the small blind range doesn't hit this at all, so you should check with almost all your hands. So what is betting? Straight to backdoor flush draws. Straight, top two, top pair, two backdoor flush draws, OSD. Yeah, but even with a straight, we do a lot of slow playing, as our range dictates this. I guess so. Our hand has to be a check. Yeah, he's betting it some, but only with no backdoors. And with backdoors, it seems to be closer to check. So check. He should bet 50% quite often, so would be interesting to see if we can defend our hand, and we can, and we should. even with just a gut shot, we should call once. That's a bit sick. But yeah. What is this? Yeah, I check back, he bets now. Yeah, so it's a single raised pot. Okay, I'm not sure if you could see this before, so check back, top and bottom pair on a very drawy board where straight is already possible, and yeah, on the turn I face a bet and the flush also came in. Single raised pot. What is this? Situation we don't have. Button versus BB, no. Cut off versus button, no. These are not the greatest. So let's take this instead. Fold, fold. Raise from middle position. And only the small blind calls. Flop is, oh, okay. I messed up. I mean, I didn't mess up, but this is messed up because this has no turn sims, or almost no turn sims, so probably no way to get an answer to this. So got to work with vision. Yeah, no turn sims. There need to be 2 arrows in order to say that there are turn sims, and yeah, with 2 arrows, arrows are, I think it's not for this situation ever. I think we only have cutoff versus button and button versus big blind, button versus small blind sims, but not for versus MP. We could be lucky. Let's try this and call, fold. Are there any arrows here? And this is also only working if it's going check check, but looks like none of this has what we are looking for. But yeah, as we are already in this, let's just try something. Queen Jack 10. Don't even have Queen Jack 10. So, oh, we got it. Queen Jack 10, but we need suits. Queen Jack 10, Queen Jack 10, Queen Jack 10. Oh man, there it is. Okay, so check, check, and it's over. Unfortunately, but okay, in this case we can do the real situation and figure out if the check back is correct, but I'm 90, let's say 80% that it is. Queen check 10, check, download, Queen 10, 6, 8. Oh, we're betting a lot, so I might be wrong. Queen 10, 8, 6. Yeah. Our hand checks most of the time, and it's betting when it has the flush draw. Sometimes also betting with the backdoor flush draw. What is this? Clubs. sometimes betting when it has no interaction with the board, but yeah, general tendency is to have a backdoor flush draw or the flush draw, so checking seems to be fine. And yeah, let's do something that what is close to the situation we are in. So he called, he's out of position. UTG versus big blind, I think matches the ranges. UTG versus big blind, is it better? What else do we have? Button versus big blind. Yeah, that's definitely not matching the range as well. Nothing really does. So UTG versus BB. Are we okay with this? I guess so. This is probably the closest we can get. Single suited, straight possible. Queen Jack 10. Let's go. This is taking quite some time. I hope it didn't crash, but it might have been. Come on. This is silly. Queen Jack 10 again. Okay, I've refreshed the page and try again. Single suited, 100 BB, Queen Jack 10. UTG versus big blind, Queen Jack 10, Queen Jack 10. Okay, that was fast. Although, yeah, okay. The big blind should check almost always. We should bet some. Should we bet Queen 10, 8, 6? Where's the 6? 6. Okay. Looks like betting is almost exclusively happening when you have a flush draw too, or at least a backdoor flush draw. So as we don't have any of these, our check probably is fine. Turn is the 4 in hearts, and our opponent bets into us, but with another size. So as we only got this, we will have to use this one, and we should fold. And yeah, I was facing a half pot size bet, but I folded as well. So I'm not as stupid as I look. This is interesting. What happened here? MP open and 3-bet from the big blind. So this is again not, the ranges don't work that well. This thing, so let's go with PLO trainer again. We call, do we? Yeah, we called. Then the board is Queen 9-8. Queen 9. Did him. Not possible. Although there are more queens. Queen 9-8, there it is. The ordering here is very strange, very strange. He bets half pot and it's on us. We have ace 10 9 jack. Ace 10 9 jack. I make one prediction: folding is not an option. I'm right. And calling is the main thing we want to do. Yeah, I did that. And yeah, I think he bet full pot on turn and I shoved all in. Turn was a blank and yeah, he had like aces of the nut flush draw and he won in the end, if I remember correctly. But yeah, could be wrong. Maybe my memory is screwed a bit because yeah, I lost a lot and yeah. I lost many hands where I was favorite, so most likely. So I guessed this one too, but not sure. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Results doesn't matter. It just matters that you make the correct decision. Not sure if I should open, and if I opened, I'm not sure if I should call the 3-bet. So let's check both out. I guess we do it this way. Fold and raise, and now it's on us. Queen 10 king deuce. If this is not shown here, Queen 10 king deuce, then I should not have opened it in the first place, but I should. Although what suit do I have? I have the queen high suit. There are hands in there with a queen high suit, and they are not. So this hand is actually an open, but not with the queen high suit. I should only open it if I have the king high suit. So a small mistake I made, but yeah, I think I called. Anyways, yes, I did, as you can see in this one, and yeah, that's also interesting. So let's dive into this. So I call, the flop is jack 10 7. Jack 10 7, but we need a suit. Jack 10 7, where you are? Jack 10 7. Here we go. I think he checked to us, right? Yes, he did. Let's first see what we should do if he bets into us. I probably, no idea actually. But calling probably. Queen 10 deuce king. Queen 10 deuce king. We want to get it in sometimes when we have the flush draw too, but even with the flush draw, a lot of slow playing is going on. Yeah, our hand is a call, and if he, oops, oh man, fuck, clicked one times too often. What is the board? Jack 10 7, I think. Jack 10 7, this one. So check, it's on us. King, queen, 10 deuce. King, queen, 10 deuce. King, queen, 10 deuce. Checks mainly, and yeah, only should bet very occasionally, especially when we got back up to with the flush draw. I think against many opponents you can bet, because you will not get check called or check raised as often as you should be, and that's why betting makes sense against some opponents. But yeah, keep in mind to not do it against well-balanced opponents, because if you get check raised, that's a disaster, and you would be in a very tough spot. So let's look into this. What is he raising? Full pot, half pot, whatever. King, queen, 10 deuce. King, queen, 10 deuce probably now has to fold. Yeah, the version we got has to fold now, and this would be wasting a lot of equity when we could have just taken the free card. That's interesting. Not sure if I am allowed to 3-bet this one. Yeah, feel free to make a guess. Estimation from me is, these pairs are so low, but yeah, okay, against the button, this might still be fine. Deuce, deuce, 3-3. Yes, it is still fine. So what happened here? Why is the pot so big? Many questions. Probably 3-way. So the 3-bet pot. 20, about 20 VB in there, so it's like continuation bet for half pot. Yeah, something like that. Although it seems very questionable to continuation bet half pot. This board texture. Yeah, but that is probably what happened. So fold, raise, fold, re-raise, fold, call, queen, jack 6, queen, jack. We don't have it again. Queen, jack 7 is a lot more dry, so we take queen, jack deuce instead. Question mark. Sucks. Probably not a bad. Let's take queen jack deuce instead, and made a mistake. Queen jack deuce. The rainbow one, and let's now see if our hand should bet half the pot. Yes, but only very occasionally, and looks like if we do it, we want to have backdoor flush draws. 91%. This is also having a backdoor flush draw, so yeah, but the general it seems to be more of a check than a bet. Once we check, what do we do against the bet? So against half pot, we probably continue. 7, 8, ace, ace. Against half pot, yeah, I mean, that's probably just bullshit. Yeah, we call a lot, but also fold some. If it looks like the things with no or very weak backdoors gets folded and the other ones call. Yeah, I mean, I still sort of understand my thought process. I was betting, probably shoving river, and yeah, using a size with what gives me a good sized river bet. But yeah, honestly, would I make this small bet with a straight? Sometimes, especially if I got additional backup, blocking, like having a set 2 or having a flush draw 2, or if I think I can induce something, but often I probably bet big and don't use this gay sizing. But yeah, no, he's all in now, and yeah, now this is very painful. I mean, what should we do now? I mean, we have to call like 49. I mean, it sucks very hard. Or sometimes we just have a flush draw. Sometimes we have a gut shot 2. With the gut shot as well, we probably have an easy call. But yeah, he can also have like ace king, and then yeah, we can just have a flush draw. Yeah, so that's very close and very opponent dependent if you can't call. Yeah, I don't like my bet in the first place. I definitely should have checked. Let's look into this. So we do 3-bet pot, and we do button versus small blind. We have an unpaired board with queen jack. Let's do this. That's wrong. Queen jack deuce. Okay. Why is it blind versus blind? Did it jump back after I reset the board? I think so. And this is also something I very much hate about vision. Now I have to, I hope that it's working properly, and it did. Why the fuck is the dog freaking out? Can you hear that? Anyways, we don't have many hands to go, so maybe I need to see him. What the fuck he's doing? But ace 8, 7, 8. Vision, what? What? So what? Okay, with the situation here, it was a little bit different. But what? I mean, so let's do the same thing in PLO Trainer. Because there was a lot of checking going on, if I remember correctly. But we also had slightly, we had middle position versus, this might change a lot. I guess it does. Queen, Jack. Where is it? Queen, Jack, deuce. Download. Ace, ace, 7, 8. Apply filters. The same. So yeah, it's a big difference if the middle position opens or the small blind opens, apparently. And I think, although in reality this was a middle position open, this is a lot closer to the situation we got, because our opponent, look at his stats, is very active and aggressive and loose. So if he opens from middle position, it's closer to a button open from normal people. So yeah, this reflects the situation way better than was ist mit dir? Bist du doof? Lass das. Okay, 50%. That's what we did. He called. Turn is a 10. So what now? We should check. And if we bet 50% preferably, and we do this when we got the nut flush draw sometimes. So seems like it wasn't as bad as it seemed. So okay, when we do this and got potted, we still call with a nut flush draw. I think that's also what I did. Not sure. Yeah, the odds probably are a bit worse here. I mean, the turn bet can't be as bad as it looks, because yeah, we blocked the nut straight and we also got back up. I mean, it's not great, but yeah. Let's move on. Wow. Wow. I remember this one. I vividly remember this one. I was in game and was like, dude, are both of these guys having ace-ace? And if that's the case, very often can I stack off with my hand? So my squeeze already might have been a bit loose, so let's look into this first. So he calls, it's on me. I have king 9 5. Yeah, probably I shouldn't squeeze. King, king, 9-5. Oh, I should. Oh, yeah, that's cool. So the squeeze is fine. And then this happens. Fold, and it's on me. King, king, 9-5. I think probably this will not give us any results that make too much sense. Although he says call 100%, earn 3.55 BB. And yeah, let's look into this situation in Provoker Tools. So we got king hearts, king clubs, 9 hearts, 5 clubs. No boards. One guy probably has ace ace and the other guy has like 5%. Then we do terrible, or not that terrible. I mean 29%. How much do we need? Let's just make it a bit more easy and don't account for the odd stacks and just do 100 BB each. So we already have 15 in, so we have 85 that we need to invest in order to win 300. Actually it's 303, but there's a rake, so yeah, let's ignore this. So we need 28.3% equity. In this scenario we got 29, so that's an all-in, and if we face aces 2 times, then we actually do very well. And yeah, it seems like I did the correct move in game and shoved it in, but for some reason I was up against 2 times aces, but my equity was really terrible. And yeah, you see what happened. If I'm up against aces which are double suited 2 times, which was the case, then my hand sucks really badly, and that was exactly what happened. These guys both had double suited aces. Not sure if one even had a king, but definitely both double suited aces, and my suits were not doing any good. So yeah, I got it in very badly, but I think this one I won. I think a king hit, and yeah, I scooped a nice pot. I mean, honestly, I also played it the best from all these guys. I mean, it's not hard to shove an aces preflop, but if you have kings and face the situation, you have to think it through and recognize that possibly both guys have aces and that we got enough equity to get it in. So yeah, this got rewarded, and yeah, it deserves to get rewarded. Yeah, that's the question, if I can make a nice little 4-bet with this hand, blind plus blind, and my guess is that I can. And this guy is also unknown, so we have to assume that GTO ranges apply here. King king, as this is the best estimation we got. King king jack 10. King king jack 10. King king jack 10 is calling, and what? So no, it's calling. even, okay, solver is undecided if he should re-raise or call when single suited. If double suited, it should re-raise 100%. Another interesting thing is if we re-raise and we got shoved on, oops, and we got reshoved on, should we continue? I think the answer probably is we should continue, and this is correct. So next hand. Yeah, this is very tough. I mean, our hand is very weak, but we got a good price. We're in position and we have a little bit of equity, but I guess it's still not enough to stay into the pot. But let's figure this out. So it's a 3-bet pot. It's 100 B. It's button, small button versus B. Which one is it? Small blind versus button. Yeah, this matches the situation best. It's rainbow, it's paired, it's queen 5. Okay, let's say no, this is not good enough. Fuck. Don't like. I mean, we got a lot of, not a lot of, but some backdoor straights. The 7 is good. What about a 5? 5 gives us a gut shot. A 10 gives us a gut shot. A 6 Jack gives us a gut shot. So some backdoor straights, and the boards we get presented here don't do that. Queen 6-6, whatever. And what will be our hand in this case? Let's say it is 7. Nine, 9, 10 or something. Yeah, I guess that's close enough. And we face a 33% bet. And our hand should continue. If we have no backdoors, we should not continue. With a backdoor flush draw, we call. With a worse backdoor flush draw, we call as well. With 2 backdoor flush draws, we definitely want to call. So yeah, I should have continued. I think I folded, but yeah, that's definitely a very close spot. And this is also not ideal, because if it would be Queen 6, this would match the situation way better, because he has a lot more queens in his playing range. Than a 6. So yeah, probably this is still a fold, to be honest. Although let's look if this one has a range that matches the situation better. Not a range, a board, but I think they mostly have the same board, so probably not. Queen deuce, Queen 8. Not really. Queen deuce, Queen 8. Queen 8. Not that helpful. Queen 8 is a bit better. Nah. Okay. Forget about it. 2 more hands to go. Yeah, this is interesting. I think this probably is very tough. It's a button, so yeah, bet big and get it in, I say. So small blind versus button, this is correct. Not paired, no straight, unpaired, king, jack, 5. Okay, that's close enough. And we got ace, ace, 10, 9. Bet 50%, 50% only. Okay, let's again compare. Back, raise, fold, call, king, jack, 5. Oh, we got more king jack boards. Okay, we got this one is the one we used too. So that's the situation. And yeah, I think on these 2 high card boards, the preferred size is 50%. On these two low cards, 1 high card is the very often used pot 2. Yeah. So we should bet 50%. What should we do if we get raised? We got pot raised, and then we don't give a shit and get it in anyways. Okay, so that's good enough. Yeah, that was the last hand already. I promised too much. This other one is a screenshot from Vision. Yeah, thanks for watching. I think today it was a bit unstructured, and Doc was freaking out, Kid was freaking out. It was a bit loud in the background. I hope that you couldn't hear that. Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, I hope you still enjoyed it and learned something. Yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, bye bye.